Close your eyes for a moment, not to drift into sleep, but to step inward, toward the quiet chamber behind your thoughts. There, behind the static noise of the day and the murmurs of memory, something ancient stirs. You know this place. You've been here before countless times, but always in shadows, always as a guest within a realm that speaks in riddles and symbols. You call it a dream. Yet what if that word, so casually used, was a veil draped over something much more profound? Imagine that what you call a dream is not a mental byproduct, not a flickering slideshow of the unconscious trying to digest reality, but rather a coded letter delivered from another version of you. And then there are those others, the ones that stain your soul, the ones you wake from, gasping or glowing, clutching symbols you can't explain but can't forget either. A voice, a city you've never seen, a person you've never met but feel like you've always known. The architecture of your consciousness loosens, and in that liminal space neither here nor there you become capable of receiving what you, in your waking hours, are often too noisy to hear. It's not prediction, not exactly, it's resonance. You are receiving yourself across a spectrum of time. What if your future self has been trying to reach you for years, decades, lifetimes, and all this time you've been dismissing the signs as nonsense? What if every strange encounter, every symbolic landscape, every inexplicable emotion in a dream was actually part of a language designed by you, for you, through time? A lifeline cast through time, a whisper from your future, saying, remember who you are becoming. A truth that defies logic yet feels realer than waking life. It restores power to an act that many dismiss. It repositions sleep, not as rest, but as pilgrimage. And most importantly, it places you in relationship with something astonishing, your own latent, expanded self, existing beyond the illusion of a singular timeline. Not you as you are now, tangled in time and habit, but you as you could be, or already are. It is a hypothesis that dances at the edge of metaphysics, quantum cognition, and the ancient spiritual traditions that have whispered of such truths for millennia. For when you begin to truly listen to your dreams, when you decode their symbology and sense the patterns hidden within them, you begin to act in harmony with the self you are becoming. You make choices not just from memory, but from destiny, and in doing so, you blur the lines between waking and dreaming, between fate and free will, between now and forever. The sages, mystics, and dreamwalkers of the past did not scoff at dreams the way modern minds often do. To them, dreams were oracles, doors, rivers flowing backward, and mirrors that showed not only what was but what will be, and more startlingly, what must be known now to affect what's to come. In a different thread of time, your dreams, then, would not be meaningless. They would be dispatchy, subtle, encrypted transmissions sent through the folds of time and awareness by your future self. This concept is not just poetry dressed in cosmic robes. We often treat time as a straight corridor, an arrow shooting forward from the past into the future. But what if this arrow loops, spirals, and bends back on itself? What if memory and premonition are simply two sides of the same coin, spinning in a moment so fast we fail to see it for what it truly is? Connection. Your future self, more evolved, more aware, unbound by your current fears and illusions, reaches through that moment, and the only medium subtle enough to carry its voice across the veil is the dream. Think about it. There are dreams that feel mundane, just scattered fragments of thought. These dreams don't just come from nowhere, they come from elsewhere. More precisely, from in those deep hours of night, when the body lies still but the soul begins its silent ascent. You become unmoored from linear time. The boundary is thin. This truth changes things. It reframes what it means to dream. The implications are staggering. What if you could learn to read these messages with clarity? This exploration is not merely spiritual, it is survival at the level of the soul. Let us walk together through this portal of possibility. Let us begin to unravel the architecture of dream, not as escape, not as nonsense, but as divine correspondence.